Hi guys, we are back and ready for another episode.
So we had a week away and we do apologise abandoning all of our viewers, but we had the best time skiing. It was literally highlight of my whole life, I think. Like, I literally had so much fun.
If you notice, we still have all limbs. We're in one
We're
piece,
fine.
No injuries, good snow, great time. And yeah, so much amazing stories to tell you about.
We learned a lot from our trip, and while we were skiing we were kind of like processing and using like our professional knowledge and mind and carrying it over to then like the activities that we were doing each day, and we were shattered. Like, we skied for like 8 hours a day and it was exhausting, but we saw some amazing views. And also it really allowed us to maybe like better prepare for next year, like knowing the demands. That was personally like my first time skiing, and Ben went ages ago because he's super old, so yeah, we definitely now have like really thought about like everything that comes with skiing and how we're going to better prepare. So we are going to provide some really helpful exercises and also some like injury advice, because obviously half term's coming up soon for all the different counties around this area, and some of you may be going skiing, so hopefully this can help.
All this is from personal opinion and what we learned from while we were away. So I'm going to start with 3 simple exercises in my views would help you with your skiing. Now, obviously, if you're doing this and you're going skiing next week, probably isn't going to be the greatest result, but we can learn from it. So first of all, it's going to be the wall squat. Now, this exercise, as you see below, is very typical in the title of the name. You're sitting against a wall. So you're in that 90-degree bend in the knee. So you're keeping your bum at the same height as your knees. A nice seated position, pretending like you're sitting on an invisible chair, basically. And you're just going to hold it. Because this is going to put pressure on your quads, which is the front of your legs, which is going to represent that skiing sort of discomfort you're going to get. Because in skiing, you're rarely ever standing straight up. You're always in a little bit of a semi-squat position, and that's going to put the force on it. So with this one, go as long as you can go. Set yourself a goal. We're talking minutes, not seconds here. We want to really put some pressure on those legs. Exercise 2 here is the rack pull. Now, I found this would be, in my opinion, I think this would be a great exercise for you, because I found my lower back just burnt out a lot. It's a lot of sort of a semi-hinged movements. You're going from almost there. And as you see in this exercise, it's the same movement. You're not all going all the way down, all the way up. It's a very small, just hinging movement in that lower back, which is why it burns out really quickly, because you're not really getting that full range of movement, that release. It's just that little bit. So when you're pushing yourself along on a flat part of the snow, that's the pressure you're getting, that extra little bit. So I'd recommend doing this one, either high repage or heavy weights, depending on what you would rather, really, be fair. But we're looking for a burnout. We're looking to really see what your lower back can do. And the third exercise is a straight arm pull down. Now, this is representing that movement again, or pulling through with the poles, using those lats, those shoulders, those arms, a little bit of core strength as well. This is a great exercise because you actually feel it on every single rep, which I really do like, but you've got to keep these key things. As you're watching this video, you will see a nice flat back. You will see the arm slightly bent position, but apart from that, it doesn't actually move. Through the movement, actually, the arm stays the same position as you go through, so no bending of the arm, no pulling it in, but just nicely swinging through. And that little squeeze at the end, so you're driving your chest through, because that way you get that real big engagement on those lats, and they're big, strong muscles, so they want to be tested. So I would say, give those 3 exercises a go. If you're going next week, bit late, but next year you've got a whole year to practice and get stronger, and I really do think, and I do guarantee, that this will help you with your skiing.
So I bet everyone as well knows like that dreaded term that comes with skiing, and it's so common to hear like, oh, I did my knee skiing, or I tore my ACL skiing. And like, yeah, it does happen, and I really want to stress like the reasons why this might happen, and actually like the mechanics in the sport of skiing are actually really sound. It's not actually that much movement that is necessary from the knee. It's all about the hip and that kick from side to side that you create as the whole chain, not just that pivoting around the knee. And I think like most times like that dreaded ACL injury comes from the falls, and I definitely experienced my fair share of falls.
A lot.
I've got bruises.
There are some tumbles. There are a lot of tumbles. Shame we haven't got any videos of them, but there are a lot of tumbles.
But nonetheless, like as I was laying there deep in the snow, I was thinking, I can see why now the dreaded ACL term gets thrown around so much. And it's hard to avoid, but basically it's got nothing to do with like the actual skiing. If you can imagine, like you're in this boot, which comes up quite high to sort of like mid shin, and then you're attached to this really sort of like long ski that obviously if you fall, if you're trying to maneuver, that's a big movement you've got to do for that whole ski to be able to move or flip to get yourself back up. And that's why snowboarders are so quick at getting back up, lucky buggers. But it's actually that movement. If you imagine, obviously, like if you want to turn like your foot or something, it's very easy. But if that's secured in the boot and then on top of the ski, the next sort of joint in that chain is the knee, and that's sometimes where you can get that sort of like tweak or that twinge, where there's just too much movement. Our body's so good at like trying to recruit and get ourselves out of sticky situations that higher up the train will always try and jump in to help us out, when actually it's hindering us a little bit, because the knees aren't really designed to go through these extreme ranges of movement that sometimes we accidentally go in when we're stuck in snow skiing. But apart from that and a few bruises, there's not that many like injuries. Obviously, always wear your safety hand goggles.
Yep,
most definitely saves your head a lot.
A lot of hits you take, you definitely do that help it on.
Even just like having awareness of people around you who come hurtling down those slopes because they're really good skiers. I don't want my head to be mashed up.
No.
So definitely wear the hats, your goggles, obviously your gloves just to protect your fingers and things like that if you do fall. But on the whole, the dreaded knees, if you've got dodgy hip like me, actually wasn't horrendous.
No, you're
I
good,
actually would rather ski a half marathon than run it right now.
As long as it's downhill.
Yeah, downhill all the way, please. But apart from that, the dreaded ACL, just go careful. Just remember, like if you are in the snow, maybe just unclip those skis and then re-establish yourself rather than trying to yank and maneuver yourself with the ski attached to your foot, because that is going to put a lot of pressure on those knees, and we don't really want to be doing that.
No. So we thought we'd just do a little short video of you, make it nice and easy, to give you some updates on skiing, because we know so many of you guys will be away next week. Little handy tips from me, from the personal trainer side to it. When you're out and about and you're out skiing, do keep hydrated. Do keep yourself fueled up all day. So we're looking at plenty of carbs, good carbs. So we're not talking about those sugars. We're not sudden bursts, pastas, rice, potatoes, because you will burn a lot of calories while you're exercising. After all, who does this amount of cardio in everyday life? Non-stop. So keep yourself hydrated. Keep plenty of fuel in your body. Watch that alcohol content at night, because obviously that will dehydrate you the next day. So be sensible and just have fun. Most importantly, have fun.
Really enjoy it and have fun. Next week's video will be a little bit of a surprise. Obviously, we'll try and leak that. We have been trying to post episode 4 on our Instagram, but I have quite literally given up with Instagram. It's been
hard work, hasn't it?
It's been hard work. I've actually now cut the video and I'm still trying to post it. So basically, I'm just digging my heels in now and being a bit grouchy. But we will leak the cover photo for episode 6, as this is now episode 5. With what we're gonna talk about and what that's gonna entail. So we will leak that throughout the week. So please head over to our YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. That is probably going to be the best place to catch our latest videos whilst I have a fight with Instagram.
So hopefully we'll see you next week. If you have enjoyed it all, like Liv said there, please do just keep liking and subscribing. We do need that stuff. We want to know if this is worth doing, if you enjoyed it, basically. And yeah, hopefully we'll have many more great videos to come.
Have a great week skiing if you're going. If not, have a great week at work, school, college, uni, whatever you guys are up to. And we will see you here next week for episode 6.
See you later,
Bye.
guys. Bye.